So Bungie, as you know, are the developers for Halo, and they recently decided that to include more people into their company and make them feel more at home and make their company feel like a family, they decided to do some socially progressive grift, you know, some virtue signal. They tried this, I believe, in 2020 after the death of George Floyd, when BLM was spiking and surging and everyone was posting their black squares and doing that, you know, one knee on the ground, fist in the air position.
If you're white, I hold white privilege and leave me alone about black fight now. I'm f***ing sick of you.
They decided to make this thing called Black at Bungie, which is just to promote, I don't know, like being black at their company. It doesn't really make any sense, but they decided to make this thing. They posted this saying, being Latin/Latina/Latini, is that even real? I don't think that's even real. /Latino/Latinx, Latinx, I fucking hate that word, is more than just a location on a map. Just as being Hispanic is more than a language we might speak. We are proud to introduce our newest idea, Latin at Bungie. And for some reason you have the BLM fist, but it's a different shade of melanin holding up a lightning bolt, Greek god style. And they got community noted pretty hard. And we're going to take a look at this because I think this thing where companies are trying to be more socially aware and conscious always backfires because they're not doing it out of any purity or goodness in their heart or any actual attempt to be aware, but it's all just to be optical and probably just for their, you know, ESG scores or something. So community notes got their ass saying other note is almost correct, which I guess they got double community noted, the 1-2 combo. It says not even descendants of Latino migrants in the USA like Latinx or Latini, Latin people or Latin person would be correct. Latinx or Latinx or Latini are suggestions by people who don't understand Latin languages or foreign culture, which is a pretty accurate community note if I, you know, do say so myself. Now, I am Puerto Rican. I've said this before. Not that it really matters here because I'm white, but culturally, like, a big part of my background is Puerto Rican. And I'm also, it's like, oh, I think I'm like 10% Spanish from Spain. So I do have some stake in the conversation, and I think it's, you know, mostly... Yeah, we'll check the memes in a second, but overall, I just want to say, first of all, every time a company tries this, it's not because, again, like I said, they care about Latin culture or anything like that. And even if they did, why put this one culture on a podium or a pedestal and amplify that over another culture? Why are you promoting this one culture in your company opposed to any other culture? It doesn't make any sense. And, you know, you're creating more division and you're creating more distance between people when you're saying that, like, oh, we're going to celebrate, you know, this one culture. Being Latino is more than a location on the map. Okay, so is every other country. Being British, okay, bad example. Being French is more than just a location on the map. Being Bulgarian is more than a location on the map. Being Chinese is more than a location on the map. Chinese is more than a language we might speak, you know? So why just make it Latin? Or why just make it black? Or anything like that? It just doesn't make any sense. It's always some weird virtue signal, and they always try to push this. They have these weird, like, postmodern logos they make. This shit just looks stupid, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know what this even is supposed to represent. Why is he holding a lightning bolt? I have no idea. But this post got 23 million views and only 5,000 likes, which is disgusting, okay? A ratio like this needs to be studied. 23 million views to 5,000 likes. Rough. That is rough. We'll take a look at these memes here. So being Latina, Latine, Latino is more than just a... So, okay, 1984, that's funny. It's Latinx! Shut the up, gringo, because I don't think I've ever met an actual Mexican person who likes this word or the Latini thing, the Latine, because I feel like in an ironic sense, trying to modify the words of a certain language is suggesting that the language itself needs to be remedied. What they're doing when they're adding Latini and Latinx is they're basically saying, hey, we as like progressive Americans see flaws in your language. Your language is too gendered. We need to make it gender neutral. So we're going to fix your language. The language has worked fine for tens of thousands of years. It doesn't need fixing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It is one of the most spoken languages in the world, in all different parts of the world, in different countries. You know, this American progressivism does not need to fix this language. And it definitely doesn't need to fix it and then promote it on Bungie. Now let's check out this link here for a second. Bungie.net. Introducing Latin at Bungie. All right, we'll accept the cookies. Hispanic Heritage Month is underway, and we are proud to introduce one of our newest inclusion, diversity, and equity association, Latin at Bungie. Ideas are employees resource groups to help Bungie employees with similar cultural backgrounds and their supportive allies. These these persons and groups are a resource for advice, perspectives, and way to amplify and celebrate cultures. So this is what I was talking about. Amplify and celebrating cultures, right? If you celebrate one specific culture for no reason other than just to celebrate it, in a way, you are suppressing something else, right? I mean, just think about that. If you're celebrating one culture, you're not celebrating all the other ones. So they're aiming to improve Latin representation in their games. They like diversity. They like the news. Okay, that's fantastic. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. So I said Hispanics when you call them a slur, happy, laughing. Hispanics when you call them Latinx.
I was acting.
Latinx. Now, I'm not saying that you should be calling people slurs, but I will say, from my personal experience, the Hispanic and Latin people that I know, the Latinos that I know, they're less hostile and they're less agitated when you say a slur around them, even a slur targeted at them, than if you were to say Latinx. They'd give you 1,000-yard stare if you said Latinx. Okay, they'd stare at you and they'd be like, what the f*** are you talking about? What did you just say? Whereas if you give them a slur, at least like they know what they're getting. With this, it's just like, okay, what the hell is even this, you know? And Bungie, to my knowledge, they haven't been cooking any good games recently. I haven't played Destiny in a while. I haven't played Halo in a while. So how about you guys get back to making better games? All right, so someone says, Bungie's actually so for this. I bet you it was that fat MF with the purple hair shaving down for... Wait, what? Wait, what is this? Oh! Okay, this is the person who probably introduced it. Uh-oh. I'm a bi-trans woman, and I was one of the folks who helped write this. We celebrate and honor National Coming Out Day for anyone... Okay. Yeah, it's starting to make more sense. I think I'm starting to understand what's happening here now. These are the people behind the operations, so that's what's going on with Bungie. I don't know, man. I'm not going to say boycott them or anything, but this is just stupid. All the replies are cooking them. Look in the hidden replies. All right, let me black my screen real quick and make sure I can show these. Wow, so Bungie themselves hid these replies. Don't call me Latinx Mason. I'm a proud Hispanic American who plays Halo, watches anime, and votes Republican. It's Latina, Latino. Anything else is a slur. So Bungie's literally suppressing this perspective from actual Latin people. These are actual Latinos that are giving their perspective on this issue as people who have skin in the game, who have a stake in the game, and they're being like, oh, we're gonna hide your replies. Like, what? Like, you're literally suppressing people who you're supposed to be helping. The chancla! Oh, that's so funny. Okay, well, fair enough. Go follow my Twitter, actually, by the way, while we're here. But yeah, that's what's going on with Bungie, man. I think it's so dumb. I saw Sense of Society made a video on it, so that's that. Yeah. Ah!
Bye.